Good morning. April 26th. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Live 365. Live 100 day 121, I think now. They're stacking them up. We're stacking them up. So, how you guys doing this morning? Pop it in the chat. See what's happening. We'll see who we get today. I didn't do my normal blast of, hey, I'll be live in 5 minutes. I just put something on the Facebook page. Ed Ricker, how are you doing, buddy? Good to see you. How's your new business going? Pop it in the chat. See how you're doing. Good to see you guys. I'll put a few links in while we wait for people to show up, get out of bed and join us Saturday morning here in Southern Maine. Another rainy, crappy day weather-wise, but we'll make it a great day somehow. Yeah, cleaned the hot tub yesterday, and now I can't figure out how to get it turned back on, so I got to Google that shit. I don't know. It's all good. I didn't do anything wrong. No, it can't be my fault. Michael Heron, good to see you. Check out 21 Digital on Instagram. That's my daughter's social media company. If you're having trouble with your social media or not really doing it like you should, if you find that you don't like posting and you're not very good at the stuff, hit her up on that. She's in Dallas, but she can help you no matter where you are. And my man Tyler Kirk owns and operates Legacy Media. And Tyler sent me more stuff on my website yesterday. I'm getting fired up. I'm not going to share it with you guys yet, but he's making me look too good. Bubba Hogan is here. Yeah. Good morning, Peter. How about you, buddy? Is it crappy up there in Winterport, just like it is down here? Come on, man. We had a little bit of sun this week. Yeah, I had a little sun, but it's going to be crappy today. So tomorrow, I don't think so bad. So maybe we'll get out for a hike or something. Definitely a workout. Yeah, for sure. Had a pretty good week. How was your week, guys? Any wins? Anybody have any good wins? I'm going to put, we had a great week with Steve Rosenberg, Bubba and I especially, pouring into his daily sales accelerator program. So I'll pop that link in there as well. If you want to check that out, hit me up, hit Bubba up for a discount to sign up on the regular, be part of that program. It will make it pretty reasonable to be able to get great sales coaching on the daily. So pouring rain. Yeah. Good times. Want to make sure all that snow's melted. So Roy Dahl is here. Good to see you, my man. How are you this morning? Scale of 1 to 10. Yeah. Wreaking havoc. Ed Ricker says, now that tax season has slowed down, I'll be focusing more on stacking the cheddar. Yeah. Ed, do you have a website or an Instagram handle you can share with us so people can check you out? Please pop it in there. As you guys know, I always like to promote and champion people and brands that I've personally experienced and used. And I always like to share Stan Schofield's website in there for Schofield Sports Performance here in Southern Maine. Wendy says she's a 9.5. I like it. Busy day ahead for both of us. So world domination on tap. So, yeah, let me swing over here to Instagram and make sure we're live there. I don't think I turned that on yet. Whoops. Anybody seen Touring Man? Where are you at, man? He rides that motorcycle down through the traffic like that. I don't know. Make sure he's okay. Yeah. There you go. stackingcheddar.com. So financial coaching business. If you're looking for help there, Ed Ricker is your man. He's another one of our Mainers. So on our main contingent here on the daily live. So the Northeast contingent stays pretty strong. Yeah. We got Peter Christensen, myself, Wendy, Ed, Roy. He's out in the Midwest. We won't hold that against him. Bubba's from Memphis. Yeah. Good to see you guys this morning. And there goes another Northeasterner. Matt Moore is here from the state of New Hampshire. So good to see you. Yeah, it's got some okay sleep last night. 70 on the sleep scale. I watched a boxing match with Wendy last night. It was the Celtics versus the Orlando Magic, and she had to stop me. I was getting ready to hop in the vehicle and head down there. Celtics are getting beat on. I don't like that. Play the game, you know. I don't mind a good hard foul. I'm about as scrappy as about anybody. I like to think anyway. But don't go out hurting people. So, and you know, these guys are pros; they know what they're doing. But that was rough to watch. That the only way you're going to compete is to just hack and play like a bunch of thugs. So, anyway, that'll get taken care of when they come back to Boston and they wax them. So. We'll take care of that, but it does beat them up for the next series, which will be against either the Pistons or the New York Knicks. So anyway, both can't stand them. Pistons worse than the Knicks. Not a Detroit fan. So yeah, we're popping up some links. Wendy's working feverishly in the background. There's Touring Man. How you doing, brother? Good to see you. He's all right. Now, if we get Tolman on here, we'll know everybody's okay today. All right. Where's Tolman? Kicking some heavy bag. So, well, good to see you guys. I wanted to talk today about Ed. You'll probably appreciate this one. Knowing your numbers. And this is it's kind of set up for contractors, but doesn't have to be. Okay. That's been most of my experience. So a lot of times I come from that arena. But I would say this: financial clarity on your business is invaluable, no pun intended. But you're not running a business until you understand the numbers, and I can attest to that because I was a classic put my head in the sand type of person. Can still be that way sometimes when I don't want to deal with stuff, and I work on that. But a lot of you guys that are contractors are working harder than ever, whether it was COVID or the election, or now you got some tariffs that may be affecting you, and you're still not making enough money. You're busy. Somebody asks you how you doing. Oh, busy. Yeah, going every day doing something, but blind and blind to the fact that you don't know your numbers. I'm not saying you don't. You may not. And that can affect you in a bad way. If you don't know what it costs to run the business, how can you price your jobs, plan your crew, pay your crew, make a profit, right? But chances are you don't need more jobs. You just need more profitable jobs. And sometimes we're better to stay home and sweep the shop, as I say, and not even go out, right? Because of what you're going to hemorrhage for money trying to get a job done. If you're guessing, you're losing, period. Don't have that dartboard on the back of the office door and just say, well, I'll put 10%. Contractors make 10%, right? I'll just pop that on there and we'll be good. So don't let someone else tell you what your worth is. And set it yourself. So today we're going to break down the basic financial stuff, the clarity every builder needs. You don't need a college degree. You don't need an MBA. You don't need to, be a tax professional like Ed to understand it. Although he's got a leg up on you. And revenue is vanity. Profit is sanity. I don't know who said that. Cash is king. So I thought that was cool. Revenue is vanity. Profit is sanity. So what's that golf one? Putt, drive for dough, putt for show, or drive for show, putt for dough, something like that. Similar to that, right? Good morning, Dave Brackett. How are you? On a golf course already. My God. Good for you. Proud of you. Enjoy the day. I saw a meme that made me think of you today. It was a guy who was in the bushes with some binoculars, and it says, checking out your friend that every time he golfs by himself, he shoots a 72, but every time you golf with him, he hits a 110. I almost sent that to you, but I hope you break 100 and then and then do as well on the back nine. I'm pretty funny. Down here laughing at my own jokes this morning. So why so many contractors avoid numbers? That's not fun, right? Or they weren't taught, right? You got a great carpenter. Boy, he can build the shit out of a set of stairs, but he doesn't know debits and credits. He doesn't know what goes in what column. He doesn't want to learn QuickBooks, and maybe he really even shouldn't. They should have a general knowledge of it. Maybe you were just taught to work. The books are a mess. All the shit's on the dashboard. They're too busy to slow down and look. They don't have time. How am I supposed to do that, Bob? I don't have time. They just assume profit. Well, here, I figured out all the material and my labor, and I just doubled that. And it should be good, right? They don't know things like what their overhead is or what their break-even point is. They don't realize you can't fix what you won't face. So here's 4 numbers every contractor should know. And if you got your head in the sand, I would challenge you to pull it out a little bit and just look at these 4 numbers for starters. All right. You don't need to slice and dice the whole thing and be able to be analytical and speak on a high financially literate level to be able to make some progress with this stuff. Know this. Know what your monthly overhead is. Know what it costs to keep the lights on. Like, go through every expense you have, whether it's rent, lease, truck, insurance, all the things, right? Registrations, things that you have to pay for, whether you pound a nail or not. They're there. That's the overhead. Okay. If you don't know this number, you're pricing blind. It's as simple as that. And that's why you can't talk to Johnny down the street and say, hey, what do you get per square foot on siding these days? Can't do it. Because he may be a chuck in a truck, and you may have a nice truck with a wrap on it, paying yourself 6 figures and trying to do things right. Okay. So it's impossible to just say to somebody, well, hey, what are you getting for roof per square, stripped and relayed? You guys can do that if you want. Those are the tradesman conversations. The business owner conversations are, hey, what's your break-even point? What's your break-even number? How much revenue do you need per month to not lose money? What needs to come in the door annually, monthly, weekly, daily? Break it down to daily, and that will open your eyes. Hey, I need to make $2,000 today. I need to make $1,000 today. I need to make $6,700 this week, gross, to be able to shake it down to pay for all these things and pay for myself. So monthly overhead number, break-even number. Next one, desired profit margin. Okay. Last I checked, you're not in business to just break even. I remember in the office one time, my dad said to somebody, I don't know if it was on the phone or afterwards, he said, well, we do have several charities that we give to on an annual basis. Unfortunately, you're not one of them. Right. So he was right. We're not here just for a sightsee. We're not here just so we don't have to do a W-2. We're here to make money and control your own destiny. So know your desired profit margin. Target 30 to 50% gross profit margin, depending on your niche. Somebody might say, oh my word, that's highway robbery. Is it though? Because you don't know my overhead. Okay. You don't know my overhead. You don't know the check I get to write at the end of the month just to be able to show up and have the pleasure of doing it again next month. And yeah, does a contractor ultimately make 10, 12%, 5 to 8, 12 to 14 net profit? Probably. The ones that are still around do. Okay. People have asked me, yeah, what's your profit margin? I usually say, well, 10, 12%, depending on overhead. Did I really answer their question? No, it's none of their business. Hey, dude, what do you make at your corporate job monthly? Just curious. Just wondering if you'd share. Oh, you don't want to share? How much do you have in your 401k? Oh, you don't want to answer that. Okay, well, then yeah, I make 10, 12%, depending on overhead and expenses. I literally said nothing. Okay. And the last number you need to know is what you pay yourself consistently, right? Don't be that person that's puts a badge of honor on that says, I haven't paid myself in 6 months. Haven't taken a check in 6 months. Why? Why would you do that? Don't do that. Pay yourself first. You're not the bank. If you wouldn't work for what you're paying yourself, or work for someone else for that, why would you do it for yourself? Something's wrong. The goal isn't to just survive, because there's a lot out there. Like, most businesses don't make it past 5 years. 92% or whatever the number is it might be 90% or even higher, don't make it past 5 years. So you're automatically in this scarcity mindset survival mode when maybe you don't need to be. Maybe you're doing a pretty good job and should get paid for it. Okay, the goal is to build wealth while building your business. You don't get the years back, you don't get the weeks back, you don't get the weekends back. That's why I say, why don't you grab 52 of the 104 weekend days and maybe put a little effort into it now and then. You might be surprised where you land. Yeah, profit first is not just a catchy tagline. Matt, that's a great comment and a great recommendation. I have the book is back here somewhere, but if you guys want to read a great book, there's two: Profit First for Contractors, but also Profit First, Mike Michalowicz, and it's a really based on almost the old school, like when your grandmother used to have 5 or 6 envelopes in the pantry, and she'd put the oil money in one, and the grocery money in the other envelope, and the tax money in the other envelope, and the pay money in the other. So it's an expanded version of that, but the concept is the same. Okay, and it gets very real on where your money's going when you commit to that that process. Bubba says finding your edge. You know what? It's funny you mentioned that I did write a book, and it is on Amazon as a #1 bestseller. Thank you, Bubba. I appreciate that. But go on and grab the book. Let me know if you want an autographed copy. I'll get one in the mail to you. But back to the matter at hand. Pay yourself decent, okay? Yeah, the old Dave Ramsey envelope system, for sure. Whatever it is, have a system, figure it out. And I, for the lion's share of the years that I did contract, I didn't really have that system going back. And if you asked me, hey, what would you do differently if you went back? It would be that. It would be a higher awareness of the fact that we're not here just to frig around. We're here to make as much money as we can every single day and bank as much as we can every single day. Okay. How do you do that? Start having some good habits, develop some good habits, review the numbers weekly, not yearly. Weekly. Okay. Use a simple dashboard or a Google sheet, spreadsheet. There's no need to overcomplicate it. But just pop it down and you'll see it right there. Okay. Separate your business and your personal bank accounts. Don't have all that shit together. Okay. Don't have all that together. It just creates a mess for your accountant. I've done that too. And it's not, or pay for personal stuff with business expense. It all sounds good, but it really, you aren't able to even evaluate your business at the end of the year if you do that. Okay. Track job costs after every project. It doesn't have to be sophisticated, guys. You can make a mountain out of a molehill with this stuff. It's very simple. If you can log on to wherever you buy your materials, you get most of it. Go through your receipts. Check if you're using JobTread for construction management, check that. Go into your QuickBooks, check that. Okay. If you got them tied together, it becomes very simple. Look at all your man hours, add it up. You can go guerrilla style on that and see if you're making money or not. It doesn't have to be something that's over the top, sophisticated for you to be able to get good information. All right. And track your costs every week. And you'll know very quickly. Wouldn't you want to know that you should raise your prices the second week of January versus looking at it after the first quarter, realizing those 3 months are gone? So if your margin's weak, raise your prices. Well, you're just going to burn out. You're just donating to the cause, right? And you can use ChatGPT. Use ChatGPT to draft up a budget tracker, a job costing sheet based on your trade. Speak into ChatGPT everything about your business and say, I need a very practical way to track job costs on a weekly and monthly basis. That's you running your business, not your business running you. Okay. So action steps for this week. Get real with one key number. Okay. Pull your bank statement, whatever you got to do, credit card statements, add up all the monthly recurring business expenses. Okay. That's going to be your overhead. I'm simplifying it, right? But again, the amount of money it costs you to keep the lights on, or the money you're going to spend even if you don't do a project or make a sale. Okay. And then divide by how many jobs you do monthly. That's going to give you the minimum per job you need to survive. All right. Your average job size that you need to survive. That's pretty crude. Okay. But it's basic. If you want to go through it in more detail. If you want to go through it more specifically, hit me up on that link and I'll go over it with you. I'll take a look at it. I've got 20 P&Ls worth of doing it okay, and some doing it really well, and some doing it really shitty. That I can maybe spot some things with yours. So, guys, it's time to own it. Own your numbers and dive in and figure that stuff out. And again, I don't say it as someone who's always had that stuff figured out, because honestly, for the most of the time, I won't say it was a shit show, but if I didn't have good people around me, my head would be in the sand, because I was like, I'll just be over here building stuff, or I'll just be over here selling another job. And that's okay. That sounds good if you've got people to help you with it. If you can't find people to help you with it, let me know, because I can connect you with some great people that can get you going with a virtual assistant. You would be surprised what these people can do from the Philippines or from Mexico or wherever. Okay. You can get somebody that's trained on the exact system you're using. And for the price of about a week's pay for a normal, conventional employee type of relationship, you can have somebody for a month. So think about that for a moment. That's probably where we're headed with the coaching business too, when we get to suitcase some of these things that happen on the daily and get Wendy into some other stuff. But that's how we're going to make a growth step, to be honest. Alex Redmond, how can you be late, man? Sorry, I'm late. He says, how can you be late? Is there anything more important going on a Saturday morning? Yeah, I know, Alex, this is good for you too, because I know you're stepping into doing some pricing and doing some sales. So looking forward to working with you and Bill on a continued basis. So love the growth steps that you guys are making. So Carmen is here. Good to see you. So guys, you didn't, come on, Alex, you're better than that. You know, I didn't realize how big a dude Alex is until I saw him standing beside Steve. He looked like me standing beside Bubba. Yeah, he's a big cat. So, yeah, guys, you didn't get into business to go broke. You got in to build something better. You were either at a job where you're like, I could probably make more money on my own, or hey, I've got an idea and I think I could make it. So don't fail you. Don't let yourself down. Pay attention to this shit, because it's what really matters in the end. The numbers don't lie. They just don't lie. And they don't care about your feelings. When you learn how to read them, they'll show you the way forward. All right. And it's never been my strength to look at that stuff, or my desire, mostly based on my disc profile, which is high I and D. But it doesn't mean I can't be good at it. And I'll say this, when I do dig into it, I'm very good at it. It just means that it's not my natural tendency to gravitate toward it. So big as a car. Yeah. Yeah, we leave the ah. We don't say the r up here in Maine. Yeah, Baba, the R is silent for sure. So, guys, if this was helpful, pop a fist pump in there, scratching the surface, really just really kind of lifting up the rock and looking under it, peeking under the hood of numbers, and just challenging you to make a step this week. Do something differently than you did last week with regard to this one topic, knowing your numbers or frustration, and gaining a little bit of financial clarity. So the other thing I would add is build out your team. Make sure you've got a financial person. Make sure you've got a tax person. Make sure you've got all of these people in your corner. Okay. Good to see you guys on Instagram. Touring Man, BJOLO. I don't know how you pronounce that. Good to see you. Phil Aftham is here. Good to see you, Phil. It's been fun watching your son play baseball, and I hope he has a great season, or is having a great season. So, Done Right Lawn Care. Good to see you. Good to connect. Would love to chat with you. Nikki Anderson Logan is here. Say hi to my man Jamie, the Confidence King. How you guys doing? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. We need to connect soon. Maybe grab dinner or something. But yeah, guys, know those numbers. And you can use this on a personal level too. Know what it takes to keep your whole personal picture going down the road, right? It doesn't have to be, you don't have to be an entrepreneur. They don't have to be in business. You can apply these same principles to just your whole personal finance picture. You know, what does it take to keep the car rolling down the road? So, yeah, for sure. Guys, who's got something planned today? Anything fun today? Anybody know how to get a hot springs hot tub turned back on after you clean it? I thought you just plugged it in. Nope. So yeah, we'll figure that out. We're gonna be Googling that. So I think it's just a breaker or something. So we'll figure it out. But we've enjoyed that. We need to enjoy it more. Hot tub is one of those things I never really got until, because everybody I knew had one. Said, yeah, it was good for the first year. Then we got rid of it. We just never used it. So, but I do enjoy it. And Wendy, particularly with the hip replacement, it's going to be good. So ongoing. So we plan on doing a lot of hiking this summer. So that'll be critical to recovery. So Wendy Lead is watching. Yeah. So making a sculpture table. Ah, cool. Yeah. Steel work. Michael, what's your website? You got a website you can pop in here, or Instagram handle or something like that? Hot Springs, Arkansas. Yeah, that I'd like to do. All right. Alex is doing quotes. Keep pushing. Yeah. I see some of you guys doing some work, and a lot of people are like, oh, you're going hard. You're burning the candle at both ends. But I mean, isn't that kind of what we're doing? We're trying to be successful, and it doesn't always happen Monday through Friday. And sometimes you just need that business development day on a Saturday. People always use a pond. Can I dub it as a cold plunge as well? Yeah, sure. Headed to the aquarium today in North Conway with the kids. Yeah, great. North Conway, New Hampshire. I didn't know they had an aquarium there. So David Zemchek is on. Yeah, been really enjoying the YouTube channel. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. That reminds me, guys, share it out. Hey, I hit 261 subscribers, I think, on YouTube. So I appreciate you guys sharing it out. Send it to your friends. If you don't want to share it on your page, I challenge you to send it to one person you think that it might help. We're just focusing on business building stuff this week. Tomorrow, we're going to dive into the most expensive mistakes in trades, okay? Hiring fast and firing slow. I dealt with that at least a couple of times this week with different clients, and it's hard. So we'll talk about flipping that around and hiring slow and firing fast and fixing things up. Good morning, Dave Howard. Good to see you. Oh, it's by Storyland. Okay, good deal. Yeah, for sure. I've been up that way a bunch of times. So that's on the way. Yeah, I think that's right on the way to the Mount Washington Auto Road. Am I wrong? But I might be wrong. I was wrong once before. Check Michael Heron out at ironstudiollc.com. Guys, if you have a website, pop it in here. Okay? It's not all about me. We want to make sure we promote everybody. So check out Tyler at Legacy Media. His link is way up the chat. So was Bailey's for her social media business called 21 Digital. If you're having frustration with your social, if you keep saying to yourself, man, I'd love to unload this, I wish I was more creative, or I wish I could just have some regularity to the posts, to the reels, to the stories. If you're not doing it, guys, you're falling behind. So check her out. She's looking for and has room for a couple more clients. So Alex Redmond says upsell. Tried it for the first time this week and it worked. Find something while you're there doing the work. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you don't have to sound like a sales guy either. Hey man, I noticed your deck is looks like it could use some work. We're going to be here working on the siding. Would it make sense to maybe let you know what something like that would cost? Oh yeah, boy, I'd really like to do that. Would make sense while we're here rather than making 2 trips. There you go. Always be looking for other opportunities. Yeah, for sure. Alex, you're going to be a straight savage at this stuff. I mean, think about where you're going to be in a year, man. You're diving into the Daily Sales Accelerator with Steve Rosenberg's program. You're jumping on here and banging around with people in the morning, just getting in the right rooms. So it's really good to see. And it's funny, like as a coach or mentor or whatever to people, when I see someone like Alex that's just diving in and doing everything, you just naturally want to help them, right? And that's I've had people like that with me. I get curious or say, hey man, how did you do that? And all of a sudden, people gravitate to you and they want to give you a hand. So Alex, keep up the great work. Keep getting in the right rooms. Keep asking the questions. Yeah, 365% better in a year. Yeah, there you go. Won't check that math, but that's all right. Good job. I think it's around 36%. But I don't understand that. I think it should be 365% too. We got to move some zeros around. Yeah. Yeah. And he does. And he talks with Bubba. So, I mean, his trajectory for success is just going to be unmatched. So, guys, I hope you have a great Saturday. I'll be back tomorrow. We're going to talk about hiring fast and firing slow and why we need to flip the script on that. And anything else you want, guys, if there are topics you want me to cover or things you think that we might all benefit from banging around on here, I'd love to hear it. If you need me, reach out. You know how to get a hold of me. You know how to get on my schedule. I'd love to chat with you and give you a few moments if you need it. And again, please share it out on Facebook. You guys that are watching on YouTube, please share it out. Please subscribe. I appreciate it. AVS Restorations, good to see you guys. It's nice when I connect with people on Instagram and just check out their business. I like what they're doing, and then I see them on my live, and that's pretty cool too. So, guys, thank you. I appreciate it. We're here every day at 8 a.m. talking business, talking life, and I just committed on January 1st of this year to do this every single day for the year. And I think today for that, I started 5 days early, so we're at day 120 or 121, something like that today. So appreciate you being here. Alex says he doesn't understand me though. Hello. Yeah, he doesn't understand the accent. Hey, it's good to have somebody in the mix with another, I'll say Maine accent, but Northeast. And you guys from the Commonwealth of Massachusetts or something else. I don't know where Mike Bunko was today, but we'll catch up with him. Hope you guys are doing well. If you're watching it on the rewind, pop a fist pump in for me. Again, share it out. The more, the merrier. This is something that I plan on doing every day. It don't cost nothing, and you might learn something. And the real takeaway here is that I learn stuff from you guys every day. So anyway, guys, have a great day. Be good to one another. Help a brother out. Keep your hands to yourself. Don't touch other people's stuff. I stole that from that Bangor police guy. So I love that. Anyway, guys, have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow at 8 a.m. Take care.